Good afternoon. My name's John, and I'm going to be doing a short thing with you guys today, and maybe about 5 minutes. Just real quick. Got some clarity on some things today, and um, new perspective, and a different approach that I'm going to be taking um, as far as my addiction is concerned, because it's been a problem since I was in college, and um, it just became a huge problem. And so now I'm just continuing to use it, even though uh, there's lots of negative things that happen. I end up neglecting my car repairs. And so I ordered some rotors for my front brakes that helped the car stop, and they didn't fit. And I had waited more than the 30 days to get started on it. And so uh, that's when I found out they didn't fit after the 30 days. And I called the place, and they don't want to do anything. They don't want to help me, even though it was just over the Christmas holiday. Um, because you know how Christmas takes about 2 weeks out of everything just to get set up for it and all that. And you had Thanksgiving the month before, and so kind of glad that Christmas and Thanksgiving are over and we can start getting back to normal. And but what I wanted to say was, um, I realized what I was doing when I was smoking weed was making really bad decisions. Because I would smoke, and then I'd feel good and everything's good and I'd be happy, and then I would go make a not a huge bad decision, but like it affects the my whole life. So like when I played poker for 20 years. I was in Vegas and Reno, and also New Hampshire has poker rooms as well. That's where I played when I was there, and I figured I figured out how much of a bankroll that I need to approach it with, and I keep going to the tables and playing with $500 or $1,000 or something that isn't going to stabilize me with um, not being able to win poker hands, because you can't win all the time. It's a long game, and sometimes you're just sitting there for hours and not getting anything, and then you'll finally get something, and then you might lose. Or you might be all in, and then all of a sudden they hit their miracle card, and you're all out of money, and so then you're crying, and oh, who's gonna help me? And I don't want to go down that path, and I don't need to be smoking weed feeling like I should be playing poker. Like, I can make money at it, but I have to be really careful and really um, kind of not play the hands I want to. So like, if there's a suited connector, or something, and I can describe that down below or wherever. If you guys have any questions or comments, put them in the section, and I'll be glad to get back to you. But and being able to call down some players, and to be able to play a wider range of hands, so I can get in the mix, and kind of, just toss chips around, so that way I can see what the player's doing, and so I can read the player, and make some money. Um, but the bankroll that I found out that I need is, when it's a 1-2 no limit game, you need to have at least $20,000. So $10,000 per per blind. So 1-2 is $20,000. And so I keep going at it with, okay, $1,000, $2,000, $1,500. Okay, I do good for a weekend, and then during the week, I lose a couple hands and I'm all in, and so now I'm buying in again. And so it's fun. I like doing it. I enjoy the game. But if I smoke weed and then go play poker, I feel better than I do, and then I'm not concentrating on reading players and what the charts say, and um, figuring out how much I need to raise or fold or call. Um, Goes into it, but like, you can't make the best decision when you're high. You just can't. At least in my experience, I can't. And so I'm just hoping that somebody can learn from what I've done, my mistakes, so that they won't do them. To be honest, if I could go back and change, um, just not gambling, not playing poker, and just living life, I might go back and change that. That's probably the only one thing in my life that I would go back and change, is that I didn't need to be a gambler, and I didn't need to be betting on sports or playing poker. And the weed always got me there, and then I would get addicted. And so, with an addictive personality, you just have to take things little bits at a time, and try not to overextend yourself. And I just did that here about 2 weeks ago, and was feeling better than I should, and then got it all in and bought in for two, and then another two, and then that's out, and I don't want to leave money on the table, so I got out another $400 and put another two on the table. And then I was like looking at my money like, okay, now I have barely enough for rent, so now I need to leave. Take the $200 and leave, because that is going to get all in again, and then you might not win. And if you keep playing, you eventually get your money all in anyways. And so I probably would have lost that 200 as well, and then I would have been crying and trying to get something back. So it's best just not to go down that route or that rabbit hole. And take it from me, who's been there and done poker for 20 years. Approach it with a giant size bankroll, or don't approach it at all. And don't be smoking weed before you play, because it doesn't help your game at all. Anyways, this is John, and I'm signing off, and y'all have a great day. Thank you very much.